Welcome to Tech Bytes. I'm Ethan Banks at the AutoCon 4 conference in Austin, Texas, chatting with Peter Sprygada, Chief Architect at Itential, a network automation and orchestration platform who you've heard from many times because Itential is a regular sponsor of Packet Pushers. Now, just a few minutes ago from the AutoCon stage, Peter announced Itential's new FlowAI feature, and we're going to talk about it. What is it not, and why you should care about this. So, Peter, welcome to Tech Bytes. And let's go explain like I'm five style. What is FlowAI, man?
Yeah, first of all, it's great to be here. Thanks for having me as always. And yeah, we announced FlowAI. It's actually a framework. It's a framework composed of 4 applications that are really designed to allow organizations to safely and securely attach AI or an AI reasoning layer so that they can operate network and infrastructure.
Okay, so it will apply to my network infrastructure specifically, or does it help me use Itential as a platform?
Yeah, no, FlowAI is designed to actually make change on your infrastructure itself. So customers can actually build now agents, and those agents can be programmed to go off and do things against the infrastructure as opposed to humans having to do it.
Wait, I can build an AI agent myself using FlowAI?
That's correct. That's exactly what it's designed to be.
Okay, because that isn't the way historically I've been thinking about agents. I've been thinking about them as someone's going to make an agent for me that I can reference with my MCP server, and then magic happens. Almost like someone makes a Terraform provider for me, kind of like that. But you're saying here, no, I can figure out an agent that I want to accomplish something for me. And you're going to make it now.
That's exactly right. You can use natural language to be able to define what you want an agent to do. You give it a persona, you give it a sense of being in the world, and then you tell it what you want it to do, and then it will actually leverage Itential platform to go off and make those changes on the infrastructure by reasoning through what you've asked it to do.
Okay, so am I making an agent, or am I just telling it a task I want to have accomplished on the network?
You're just simply telling it the task, and by telling it the task, it will use reasoning to figure out how it actually accomplishes that task by leveraging the capabilities of Itential platform.
Okay, so let me throw an example out here. I don't know. Let's use the boring routine tasks of things like I need to change NTP server for a bunch of network devices. I can say, hey, I need you to make the NTP server some IP address or host name, and it would just go do that.
That's exactly right. That's exactly what it does. I can just simply say, I would like to change my NTP server to, 1.2.3.4, and it will go off and reason through that. It'll figure out what changes need to be made, how to make those changes, and actually apply those changes.
You said there were 4 different components to it, and this is a framework. So explain that to me now.
Yeah, there is. There's really 2 ways by which we see AI technology finding its way into infrastructure and operations. The first one is to integrate external agents and be able to make use of them. So we've got 2 parts of the FlowAI framework that are designed to do that by leveraging MCP and MCP Gateway.
You're talking about your own MCP server and gateway?
Yeah, that's the one that we launched at AutoCon 3 that we spent some time talking about in Prague, which was a good conversation. Yes. And then the second part of the FlowAI framework is then how do we actually build agents? And the building is really where it kind of gets exciting.
Okay, so we've gone back to building agents again. So I'm asking for a task to be accomplished. If an agent needs to be created to facilitate that, you're saying that's FlowAI is going to take care of that piece for me too?
That's exactly correct.
Okay. It's too powerful, Peter. Okay, but could I also bring my own agent, or if there's an agent that's out there that's a piece of the ecosystem, it could be integrated into all of this?
That's exactly right. We really felt that it was going to be important for us to go both ways with this. We had to provide a way to allow customers to use external agents if they want to, because we believe that a lot of vendors are going to release agentic capabilities in the near future, and we want to be able to leverage Itential so they can securely plug them into their infrastructure.
They're all talking about it. They're going to have to release something at some point.
Well, that's the hope.
Oh, okay. So another piece of this then, I jokingly said it's too powerful. Well, actually, yeah. So there's a security component to this, some like bounding guardrails?
Well, there is, by the nature of the fact that we built all of this on Itential platform. So we're dealing with a platform that's got almost 11 years now of hardening already built into it, and we're leveraging all of the capabilities that have always existed in Itential platform. We're just bringing the AI reasoning layer now over the top.
That is what this has felt like to me. That is the way I think of your platform. You're bringing together things that I'm already doing into now a unified platform that brings RBAC and brings whatever the security guardrails are I might need, and has that context and knowledge of what I'm trying to achieve. Now you're just saying, okay, well, we've got agentic AI, we have MCP servers. Let's take that model, that way of looking at how I do network orchestration and automation, and apply it to accomplishing those things, but via AI.
That's exactly right. This is really, if you think about it, fundamentally not any different than anything we've been doing since the inception of the company. It's just, instead of you now having to statically build workflows to do things, we can just simply tell it what the end goal is, and the agent will reason through and ultimately perform that task.
All right. So how am I implementing this? Is this like I do a software upgrade and now it's there? Is this a plugin? What is this?
Yeah, this is a set of applications that are integrated into both Itential platform and Itential Gateway. And so it's just simply adding those applications, and you get all the feature functionality, plug in your own LLM, and you're ready to go.
Okay, hold that thought about plugging your own LLM. I want to understand that. But first of all, license feature, am I paying extra for this functionality?
So we haven't announced actually the commercials for this just yet. We just went into our private customer beta. So we've got customers starting to work with the technology.
Customers, guinea pigs,
Yeah, one and the same. And but with a goal that this will be generally available to the public in the first half of next year.
First half of next year. So we're talking in November 2025. So you're looking at the first half of 2026, where this will be, as you put it, commercialized, generally GA release. Everybody could use this.
That's correct.
Okay. All right. So when I've got this installed, the agents are there. What do I need to run this on the back end? Do I have to have a cluster of GPUs to support this, or something crazy?
Yeah, you don't for this release. For this release, we really focused on letting you bring your own LLM for a couple of really good reasons. One, we did not want to get into the game of building an LLM, at least initially right now, because we recognize that customers are very concerned about the privacy of their data. And so therefore, organizations can bring their own LLMs, they can plug those LLMs in, and then those LLMs can be secured within platforms. So if a customer wants to use public service LLMs, they're welcome to do that. If they put the investment to build their own LLMs, they can do that. All of it can be added to platform, and securely we can wrap RBAC around it and control who can do what with which LLMs.
You say platform as in Itential automation platform?
As in Itential automation platform.
Right. Okay. Bringing my own LLMs then, so that is infrastructure I've already got, I'm already using. So there's not really nothing additional. Really, we're just adding functionality that allows me to leverage that investment I've already made into AI and bring that into Itential.
That's
the model
exactly
here.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, you've got it.
Okay. Is there an ecosystem around this? Like, I might be able to submit my own cool agent that I want to be part of this thing and share it with the world.
Yeah, so I mean, we've always had a marketplace for all of the different asset types and platform, and I don't anticipate agents are going to be any different. So we will also be able to we'll actually be able to build agents and share them so that they can actually be brought in. We believe that as we start to use this technology, we will see common patterns for agents start to emerge, and those common patterns can then be shared, whether they're jump starts or even just full-on use cases.
Common patterns, that is something that I do, is something 10 other companies probably have to do something very much the same. So yeah,
that's correct.
We can all share and benefit from each other's experience working with this platform.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Okay, private customer preview. Now, if I'm an Itential customer and I would like to be one of those private customers, can I knock on Peter's door and see if I can get admission?
Knock on my door all you want, but I don't know how far that's going to get you. However, what you can do is you can go to itential.com/FlowAI, and there you're going to find a link to sign up. And as a customer, you just fill out the information, and that gets your journey started.
Okay. Okay, so we've been rapid fire here, going back and forth on what this is and what it does in a nutshell. One of the things that's come up, though, as I've been digging in through all the different AI operations, is the issue of determinism. And you've mentioned customers bringing their own LLMs. LLMs aren't deterministic by their nature, although if you bound them correctly, you can make them deterministic. Does that factor into this? What's your operating model with this?
Yeah, it does. And, this is what I spent a lot of time talking about, even in my onstage presentation here at AutoCon. We believe that there's an entire operating model that's starting to evolve as we start to attach AI to infrastructure. And at the center of that operating operating model is absolutely deterministic execution. This is what we've done for a very long time, and we're very good at it. But you still have to bound it on either side. At the bottom, you've got instrumentation, you got infrastructure instrumentation. This is when we actually go out and actually do things, right? We actually touch infrastructure, because at the end of the day, we actually have to, actually go talk to things, make CLI commands, make API calls, whatever that might be.
And get information back out.
And get information back out, exactly right. And then now with FlowAI, we're adding the AI reasoning layer on top so that customers are not saddled with trying to build these great big massive workflows that are trying to do everything. They can focus on building very discrete workflows that do one thing and do one thing well, and then let AI reasoning put all of that together to achieve a final goal.
It's like stitching together a bunch of automation scripts to accomplish one larger task.
There you go.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Okay. Well, Peter, you mentioned it earlier, Itential.com/FlowAI. I know you're very findable on LinkedIn, right?
I am.
Best place to find you?
Yep. You can find me on LinkedIn at in/Sprygada. You can also find me everywhere else at Private IP.
Excellent. Thank you for listening to Tech Bytes today. Our sponsors like Itential ensure us that the packet pushers can continue to offer high quality, deeply technical content for your professional development. And we do that for free. That includes over a dozen technical podcasts for your professional development on networking, security, IPv6, DevOps, and more. We have an industry blog. We got 2 weekly newsletters, a community Slack group, a YouTube channel, an IRC group. Yeah, even IRC, we're still there. Find everything, all of those resources at packetpushers.net. Again, it is all free. There is no login required. You can hear us on Spotify. You could thought lead with us on LinkedIn and rate us on Apple Podcasts. And last but not least, remember that too much networking would never be enough.